Hey guys, what's up? How y'all doing? I'm here to talk to you guys about the new episode of One Piece, which is on episode 1076. Now, this episode right here, I don't really need to explain much, especially to all you manga readers. Those you guys are anime onlys. Well, unless you watch the episode, you know what I'm going to say. So, if anything else, let's just get this started. In this episode, we get to know bits and parts of Kaido's backstory. He used to fight in the streets for a certain country, but that country will later on sell him off to the Navy. By that time, Kaido will later on become like that wandering fighter, or a deserter, whatever you want to call him, traveler, until Shirohige, which is Whitebeard, ends up recruiting Kaido to go with the Rocks, And eventually, the Rocks do make a name for themselves, and these are the members who became the four emperors of the sea. You get the idea. That aside, let's see here. Kaido, of course, will later on take separate ways from the Rocks after they were defeated, which we all know that the Rocks pirates were defeated by Roger and Garp themselves, and we all know that those two are pretty much the strongest characters in the series because, if Goldie Roger is considered to be the king of the pirates and considering that he rivals Shirohige, and not to mention, it was always mentioned multiple times that Garp was close to killing Roger, then we already know how strong Garp is. Pretty much, like I said, those two guys are known to be the strongest character in the series of One Piece. Of course, when it comes to aging, your strength does tend to, decrease, obvious from the get-go. That's just how it works. You get the idea. I don't need to say more. Okay, me being off topic and all, Momonosuke is trying to make as many flame clouds as he can to hold Onigashima because that thing is about to fall and it's already falling. As for Onigashima, it gets doused in by Zoe's water supply. You get the idea. I don't need to say that. Yada yada yada. That aside, continuing on, whatever you want me to do. Most of the highlights in here is Luffy's clash against Kaido. Obvious from the get-go, and of course how Toei handled it was going to have a lot of freaking filler in the episode. From the get-go. We all know that. We all know how Toei works. Obvious, if you've been watching One Piece from the very beginning up until now, you'll know that Toei drags on these fights to make it more, to fill in the time slot whatsoever or whatever the reason it is. But Luffy and Kaido clash, like I said, and Kaido tells Luffy he can't change the world and that war and violence is what's going to make the world go around. But he is interested and asks Luffy a question. What kind of world do you would want to make? And Luffy shouts out, I want to make a world where my friends can eat as much as they want, As he remembers his conversation with Tama and remembering how sucked up Wano was, he wants to make a world where they can eat as much as they want, And then he later on delivers that Barasengan on Kaido, and Kaido gets defeated and knocked out and gets plummeted down to the floor. And when it comes to Kaido's conversation in this episode, talking to King about Joy Boy, he tells King, Joy Boy is the man that will defeat me. And this is the last moments in Kaido's mind, And King therefore says, well, that guy's not going to show up because you're never going to be defeated, That kind of thing. But that says otherwise, and Joy Boy has returned. And I'm pretty sure this is where Kaido finally acknowledges before he loses his consciousness or he gets KO'd, knocked out, that Luffy is Joy Boy. Because if you guys remember many episodes back, when Kaido fought Luffy, he had high expectations of him for being Joy Boy, and I guess he wasn't Joy Boy. And after clashing against Luffy in his Gear 5th form and so forth, etc., Joy Boy exists into Luffy, and Kaido acknowledges that. So it looks like Luffy is going to be some kind of figure to come, and we knew that from the start anyway because that's how the story is. And you guys who've been reading and watching anime reading manga, watching anime for a long time, we all know how this is gonna go. That aside, looking forward to the rest of what's gonna happen with Wano because honestly, After next week's episode and the episodes after that, we're about to reach the very finale very soon. And at this point, it's going to be very tough from here on out for Toei to maybe animate One Piece a little further because, one, we are really catching up very fast. There's no denying of that. And you guys who've been reading the manga of One Piece and watching the anime, you'll understand that it's already catching up pretty quickly. And two, I'll save that number 2 about that later until we hit the finale of Wano and it ends, because I'm not going to say much there. Those of you guys who are anime onlys and so forth, you get the idea of what's to possibly to come. Those of you guys who are manga readers, you know why I'm getting at here, That aside, yeah, that's about it, people. I'll see you guys later. I'm Alpha Zero. Have a good day. I'll see you guys next time, alright? Peace out. Bye-bye. Toot-toot-toot.